Yap, blah, blah, dribble, dribble, dribble.
What's going on, people? My name is Deadmantoons. I talk about cartoons here, and guess what? Leo is not here. For those who don't know, Leo actually just got married. Him and his wife are off on their honeymoon. I don't know how much he would be alright with me revealing. All I can tell you is that he's not here. So guess what? Y'all get to enjoy me talking to myself as I slowly go insane. And today we got Fionna and Cake Season 2, Episode 2, titled something. What the hell is that title? The Crocodile Who Bit a Log. That's the name of it. The Crocodile Who Bit a Log. And, yeah, usually I have Leo do the plot or whatever, and now I'm kind of in a void. So let's just kick it right into here. We get to see Grass Wizard, which is amazing. We get to see how she got upbrought. She clearly wanted to join the green gang, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. And she's training, cuts a rock, cuts her hand off like a fucking psychopath. One quick question about this segment where she's talking to the wizards and everything. Where the fuck is Grass Wizard? That's my biggest question. They're talking about some green wizards only. Green wizards rule. We wizard the forest and we're all about staying. That's Grass Wizard to a T. Like, I just think Grass Wizard should be here. Also, man, Fern would love it here. Alright, but yeah, that's about that. We learn how she got started. That's what this forest is. This is the source of all, like, grass. Whatever the fuck Huntress Wizard is, this is the source of that power, which is that's good for the plot, really plot heavy things. Moving on to that, we go back to see Cake and Fionna, and this is by far funniest shit to me, because I'm watching them break into that empty fucking rubble that Queenie has just decided, well, mine, fuck you. She's not even living there. They sneak in, and I'm initially thinking to myself, why are we hopping fences and sneaking around when Cake is the strongest being in this verse? Is she not? This is not a magic verse. She's the only magic thing here. If Cake wants this shit, Cake should fucking have it. But no, it's that fucking tea shop owner from season 1. Turns out he went here and he dressed like Mr. Potato Head for some reason. Clearly a disguise isn't necessary because later in the episode he's just out of it. I don't know why he's looking like Mr. Potato Head, but that's what he chose to do that day. And he's like guarding Queenie's property, this rubble and 2 rocks and a van on like a 40 by 40 foot square on the fucking lot. She hired an interdimensional flame being to protect it, which is just whole nother levels of petty. She has got to be dropping big bands on this shit. How did you even contact him? Is there a hotline? did Fionna and Cake give a detailed report on how to fucking contact these other worlds? Because remember, he's from a completely separate, broken off corner of the galaxy. He's not from Ooh. Not at all. Like, so how the fuck did Queenie call him? How did Queenie even afford him? This shit's so fucking stupid. Like, Queenie, what kind of money is she working with, y'all? Her counterpart is a fucking bum. The king of Ooh is a broke bum, homeless there, just wandering around doing schemes and shit like Eddie and Ed with no double D. How the fuck does Queenie have the fucking money for this shit? It's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah, but they're doing that. They still got the tank. Oh, wait, I just said no magic. But yeah, we see they still got the peppermint tank and baby Finn, which is, no one's gonna raise this child. We're just gonna let him live in the tank. How's this tank feeding him? Who's taking care of this baby? They make it seem like, oh, peppermint tank wants it not on the town. So Fionna is like, all right, you help me level this 40 by 40 foot lot that is already 99% leveled. You help me, like, pave that motherfucker. I'll watch the baby for the night. So every other night, that baby's just sitting in the tank. Is that what we're doing? Is that nobody wants to look into that? Anybody want to get him a birth certificate? A social security number? Something? A bottle? Something? Shit. Somebody take care of baby Finn. Alright, but like I said, Fionna, before we get to the main thing I want to talk about, Huntress Wizard goes back to that forest and beats up her friend, who I don't think that's the one that, like, initially said, you can't come in here, green wizards only. I think that's a new character. But yeah, the bear that Finn fucking chokeholded, turns out it's a, what'd they say, green witch or witch wizard or some shit like that. Huntress Wizard beats her ass black and blue because that's Finn's girl. I don't know who the fuck you thought you were. And she steals some of the liquid, but then turns out the tree is a hecatonchirus. And they didn't confirm that. Nobody said it. It's just, I look at that. If anybody knows Greek mythology, you look at this thing, you're definitely gonna guess Iadian the hecatonchirus, right? It's a big creature with like a seemingly infinite number of hands for no reason. Like, it's just a bunch of hands. And like, this thing's just covered in hands. Like, I just think that's definitely Hecatonchirus. There's no way that's a coincidence. There's no way. But she gets launched into this, I'm gonna guess heaven, because until we get it confirmed, I have to assume that was God himself talking to Huntress Wizard, saying like, you trying to go, little homie? Just pick where you want to grow from, dude. That's God. Jesus? No, I know God's voice when I hear it. And like that starts spreading around a bunch of just plot devices. I just think as soon as we see this montage where Huntress Wizard's body starts breaking apart and starts flowing everywhere and it's going in Baby universe and underwater and Fiona's universe and this universe, I just thought, okay, so plot devices. Plot devices everywhere. She's gonna meet up with Fionna, tell her what the deal is, and they're gonna go collect all of her pieces for she to take that juice to Finn. It doesn't have to, like, Adventure Time doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't need to be convoluted. I'm not saying this is bad. All I'm saying is it's fucking obvious. We got that. All right, let me see. Anything else happen that I want to get into before I start my... Okay, here we go. Y'all, I love tooting my own horn on this channel. Any other longtime viewers to this channel, you know I love glazing myself. I will definitely gas myself any day of the week, and I will 100% slime my friends for no given reason, just because it's fucking Tuesday. If y'all watched my How I Think Finn Died video from a while back, I told y'all Finn was experiencing not necessarily suicidal tendencies, more so like self-destructive patterns. I knew there was something off about him. Why is he going into this forest that Huntress Wizard told him certain death? If anybody else told Finn, hey, this is certain death, you know he's jumping in neck first immediately, and damn everything else. But if Huntress Wizard, the woman he probably trusts the most to tell him information, no, not actually, second to Marceline, the female that he trusts the most information has got to be Huntress Wizard. She said, do not go into this forest, you will die. And that is the first place that big hairy bitch took Simon, both of them blindfolded, by the way, into that fucking forest. You just can't convince me this man wasn't trying to die. Like, I knew something was off, but this episode all but confirms it. We see a flash of Finn and Huntress Wizard just laying in the grass, just chillax, and she's resting her head on his big meaty arm, which cannot be good for your neck, by the way. I know oxygen is not getting to your lungs. At the angle your head has to be lifted to lay on that big motherfucker. But she's laying on Finn's arm, and he just casually decides, by the way, she looks like she's about to go to sleep, so I assume they haven't spoken a word in like 30 minutes, but Finn just decides, hey, I think I might die soon. What? He just said, yeah, I've been thinking about dying. I think that'd be right for me. I think a death would do me right. I told y'all. No, nobody called me a liar. I'm not saying anybody like laughed at me or you'll all see. I told y'all, Finn is self-destructive. Since he lost Jake, he's not trying to kill himself. I gotta put a fucking trigger warning in this video. He's not trying to kill himself necessarily, but he doesn't care if he dies. He truly doesn't. And don't get me wrong, one of the greatest things about Finn is that he's never really cared if he died in the process. He's always been squaring up with demons and deities and gods and death itself and God himself and Satan himself. Finn has never given a fuck. He'll poke his chest out, grit his teeth, make a fist, and jump at fucking anything. He always has. But he's never done it with this level of like carefreeness. I really don't care. I'm just gonna jump down this hole. If I die, I die. He's never really been like that until he got to adulthood after just a few years without Jake. From what we can tell, a few years without Jake. I think this episode all but confirmed. I think my big theory here is Finn's not, whatever, I don't want to put this, give me a second. My big theory here is that by the time this is all over and we've gotten to know all the characters a lot more, Gary and Marshall are probably engaged, Cake is getting clapped by Shane Dawson, Goth Shane Dawson, I'm not giving that joke up, and it's all wrapping up for this season. This potion is not going to do shit. My bet, I might be wrong, but I bet that liquid that Huntress Wizard got from the tree is not going to do much of anything. Maybe it'll stop him from initially, like, steadily dying, but I don't think Finn's going to get up off that table until he accepts that he wants to live. I think, my bet is that Fionna or Huntress Wizard or Simon, God, I hope Simon and Pep become a pivotal part of this fucking show. I love Pep. But I think by the end of it, Finn's not getting up off that table until he accepts I want to live for the people I have in my life now, not the people I lost. I think that's going to be Finn's angle of this. I don't know what Fiona's angle of this is going to be. Clearly, she's still figuring herself out, but the name of the show is Fionna and Cake. Okay, we got 15 seasons of Finn. I don't need them to focus that heavily on Finn. All I'm saying is that's my bet. My bet for this review is Finn's not getting up off that table until he finds a new lease on life. All right, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you, Leo, for abandoning me in my time of need. Let me know how y'all like these solo reviews. If y'all want me to kick that bum off this channel and never see Leo again, I will. Fuck him. King of the Dead. Signing out till next time.